This is Author Conversations, the Stenhouse Publishers podcast. In our second podcast with Kelly Gallagher, Kelly offers suggestions on how to end Readicide and the necessity of hard talk about reading and writing instruction.
Change begins in your own classroom, and what I would try to do maybe is start a school within a school movement with like-minded teachers. Meet regularly to discuss your classroom practices, particularly when it comes to reading. And don't forget what I refer to in Readicide as the 50-50 approach. That is that much of our energy should be aimed towards helping kids make sense of difficult academic text. That's why the teacher's in the room. I can't hand Hamlet to my kids and say, see you next month, good luck. So there should be a good part of the class that's spent, having kids tackling very, very difficult texts. I think there's some value in developing the analytical skills required to read works that are very difficult for the kids. But the other half of the 50-50 approach is the idea that we should be doing a lot more, I think, in our classroom to foster, to develop recreational reading habit in our kids, surrounding them with high-interest books, not just reading Shakespeare. If the only things that I ever read in my life were Shakespeare and Chaucer, I probably would grow tired of reading myself. I want my kids to read what I read, high-interest fiction, high-interest nonfiction, and I think that we should be giving a lot more emphasis to what I would call recreational, real-world, kind of fun reading, the kind of reading we want our kids to do for the rest of their lives. Outside the classroom, I would recommend, looking at the research found in Readicide and in other places. Some of that research is posted on my website at kellygallagher.org. And I would take, this research and share it with administrators, with curriculum directors, with board members, superintendents, and other decision makers. Take the lead in raising the consciousness of the key players in your system. It's interesting because when I go around the country and I talk with teacher groups, I almost always ask, how many of you have a sense that your kids are not developing into lifelong readers? And the response is overwhelming wherever I go. So I think there's a general sense from teachers that something is wrong. But, wrong in this arena can have devastating consequences for our students and for our culture. So it's my hope that Readicide provides an opening for some hard talk that might lead to some better reading and writing instruction for our students. I really think we're at a crossroads in American culture, and those teachers who go in their classroom every day to try to develop readers have an incredibly important job to do. I guess I would leave with this question. What good does it do to raise reading scores if in the process we kill any prospects that our students will become lifelong readers?
Readicide, How Schools Are Killing Reading and What You Can Do About It, by Kelly Gallagher, is available online from www.stenhouse.com and your Stenhouse distributor. Thanks for listening.